Hi, good day. This is Miss LM and we're back again for another math video, and today we're going to talk about solving systems of linear equations. And there are two other methods on how we can solve systems of linear equations, but for now, ito po muna yung ating pag-uusapan sa video na ito. When we say solving systems of linear equations, we're going to find out the solution for the given system. And what is the solution of the system of linear equation? So the set of all ordered pairs, x and y coordinates of real numbers that satisfy every equation in a system of equation is called the solution set of the system. So in short, ito daw po ay ordered pair na magsasatisfy on both of the equation within that system. So kung natatandaan nyo po on our previous lesson, meron tayong determining whether the given ordered pair is the solution or not for the given linear equation. Ngayon, hindi na lang siya sa iisang linear equation kailangan mag-true or mag-satisfy. So both of the equation within that system kailangan maging true yung ordered pair na given natin. So let's have an example. Determine whether each ordered pair is a solution of the system of the linear equations. So we have here the linear equation 2x minus y is equals to 5 and 3x plus 2y is equals to negative 10. For the first ordered pair, we have here 4 and 3. What we're going to do is to substitute that to the variable x and to the variable y, and tignan natin kung masasatisfy niya both of the equation. So for the first equation, we have 2 times 4 because x coordinate is 4 minus 3 because the y coordinate is 3. Is it equal to 5? So 2 times 4 is 8 minus 3 is 5 and 5 is equals to 5. So that means 4 and 3 satisfies the first equation. But how about the second equation? We have here 3 times 4 plus 2 times 3 is equals to negative 10. So saan nanggaling ito? Dito po sa ating second equation. Yung 4 po is yung ating x coordinate and then yung 3 po yung ating y coordinate. So we have here 3 times 4 is 12 and 2 times 3 is 6. So we're going to add those two. 12 plus 6 is 18 and 18 is not equal to negative 10. So again, it satisfies the first equation but on the second equation, hindi siya naging true. That means itong 4 and 3 natin is not the solution to the given system. Again, kailangan pareho silang masatisfy. Another ordered pair. So we have here 2 and 6. We're going to substitute that to x and y variables on our first equation. We're going to have 2 times 2 minus 6 is equals to 5 and 2 times 2 is 4 minus 6 and 4 minus 6 is equals to negative 2 and it is not equal to 5. That means, again, dito pa lang, hindi na siya nag-satisfy. Then dito naman po sa second equation, 3 times 2 plus 2 times 6 is equals to negative 10. Again, from the second equation, we substitute the value of x and the value of y. 3 times 2 is 6, 2 times 6 is 12, and 6 plus 12 is equals to 18. It did not satisfy the second equation or both of the equation, hindi na satisfy ni 2 and 6. So obviously, 2 and 6 is not a solution to this given system of linear equation. Then for the last ordered pair, we have here 0 and negative 5. Try to substitute it again to our x variable and y variable from the first equation po muna. Magkakaroon tayo ng 2 times 0 minus negative 5. Is it equal to 5? So 2 times 0 is 0 minus negative 5. That means we're going to have positive 5 and 0 plus 5 is equals to 5. So, on the first equation, nag-satisfy po tayo. How about on the second equation? 3 times 0, so ito yung second equation, palitan yung x ng 0, plus 2 times negative 5, is it equal to negative 10? So, 3 times 0 is 0, and then 2 times negative 5 is negative 10, and 0 plus negative 10 is negative 10. And negative 10 is equals to negative 10. So, both of the equation are satisfied using this ordered pair 0 and negative 5. So, that only means that 0 and negative 5 is the solution to the given system of linear equation. So, yun po yung dapat nating tandaan at yun po yung hahanapin natin in solving system of linear equation. We're going to look for the solution that will satisfy both of the equation within the system. So, how are we going to do that? Systems of linear equation in two variables can be solved by graphing. The solution of a system of linear equations is the point common to both lines, hence their intersection. So, ibig sabihin po, by graphing the system of linear equation, makikita natin kung saan yung point of intersection of the two lines, kung meron man po. And that point of intersection will be the solution to the given system of linear equation. Ibig sabihin po, kung may point of intersection, meron tayong solution. Kung wala tayong point of intersection, wala tayong solution. At kung meron tayong coinciding lines, meron tayong infinite number number of solutions. So, ito po yun. The number of solutions of a linear system. Kung na-graph na natin at ang resulting graph is intersecting line, meron tayong one solution, yung point of intersection. And ano nga ba ulit ang kind ng system na may intersecting lines? So, that is consistent system. Then, if meron naman tayong parallel lines, again, they will never meet. That means wala tayong solution kasi walang point of intersection. At anong kind ng system itong parallel lines? We have the inconsistent. Then, the last is the coinciding line. And alam natin, pag coinciding, ibig sabihin, nag-meet sila sa lahat ng parte ng linya na yon. Ibig sabihin po nun, there are infinite many solutions. So, madaming solution yan. If i-extend natin yung line, lahat ng point kung saan sila dumaan, yun po ay solution to the given system of linear equation. And what kind of system is this? This is a dependent system. Kailangan nyo po itong tandaan kasi nga po, ang method natin is about graphing, okay? Solving systems of linear equations by graphing. Let's have some of the examples. We have to find the solution for this given system of linear equation by graphing. We have here x plus y is equals to 10 and 3x minus 2y is equals to 10. Ito po ay naituro ko na sa inyo before on how to graph systems of linear equation. I will still put the link down below or you can just watch this video because we're going to have a short recap about that, okay? So, how are we going to graph the first equation within this system? Meron tayong x plus y is equals to 10 and again, sinabi ko po ito sa inyo before, kapag ang atin pong constant ay divisible by the numerical coefficients of the x and y, we can use the x and y intercepts. And to get the x-intercept, we let y equals to 0. And if y is 0, we have x plus 0 is equals to 10, so x is equals to 10. So, the x-intercept for our equation 1 is positive 10. Then, for the y-intercept of the equation 1, we let x is equals to 0. Magkakaroon tayo ng 0 plus y is equals to 10 and y is equals to 10. So, that means our y-intercept is positive 10. We're going to plot that on our Cartesian plane. Again, positive 10 ni x. Nandito po siya sa ating x-axis sa bandang kanan kasi positive. And then we have y, positive 10. Nandito po siya sa itaas. After we plot the 2 points, we're going to draw the straight line passing through that 2 points. Then, this is the graph of our first linear equation. For the second linear equation, we have 3x minus 2y is equals to 10. And as you can see, we have here 10 as the constant. And the numerical coefficients of x cannot divide our constant and cannot give a whole number as a quotient. So, mahirapan po tayong mag-plot ng point kung naka-decimal value siya. So, instead na mag-x and y-intercept tayo, we're going to use the slope and the y-intercept. To do that, we can use the short method. We have negative of a over b. Our a is the numerical coefficient of x and b is the numerical coefficient of y. So, we have here positive 3 and negative 2. Meron tayong negative 3 over 2 and may negative pa rin po talaga tayo dito sa unahan. So, negative of negative 3 over 2, that is positive 3 over 2. So, 3 will be our rise and then 2 will be our run. Okay? And then, the next one is the y-intercept. To get that, we have c all over b or yung ating constant divided by our numerical coefficient of y. We have 10 divided by negative 2, that is negative 5. And ito po yung una nating ipa-plot for the second equation. Negative 5 is, andito siya sa baba kasi nandito po yung negative na ating y-axis, negative 5. And from here, we're going to count 3 units upward. 1, 2, 3. And then 2 units to the right kasi po, positive po yung ating slope. So, 2 units, 1, 2. Then, dito po tayo magpa-plot ng ating second point. Then, from here, draw the straight line passing through these 2 points. And sabi ko nga po sa inyo, hanggat maaari po, use a ruler and make sure po na naka-extend po yung line natin. We have to draw the line kung hanggang saan po yung ating Cartesian plane. So, i-extend na natin. And, the point of intersection will be the solution to the given system of linear equation. And, ano po yung coordinates nito? We have positive 6 and positive 4. And, ito na po yung hinahanap nating solution to the given system of linear equation. And to check if this is the correct solution for this system, which is consistent system, dahil nga po nag-intersect siya, we're going to substitute this ordered pair to the given equations within the system. I-check natin kung it will really satisfy both of the equations. So, we have here x plus y is equals to 10, ang x papalitan ng 6, ang y papalitan ng 4, and 6 plus 4 is equals to 10. And 10 is equals to 10. So, sa unang equation pa lang, nag-satisfy na. How about on the second equation? equation. We have 3x minus 2y is equals to 10. Substitute natin si 6 kay x, magkakaroon tayo ng 3 times 6. And then 4 kay y, magkakaroon tayo ng 2 times 4. So 3 times 6 is 18 and 2 times 4 is 8. Magkakaroon tayo ng 18 minus 8. Is it equal to 10? So 18 minus 8, obviously that's 10 and 10 is equals to 10. Nasatisfy niya rin yung second linear equation. And that means we can conclude that 6 and 4 is the solution to the system of linear equations. So, ibig sabihin po, tama yung graph ninyo kasi tama yung point of intersection kung saan nag-meet yung dalawang line. So, halimbawa, nag-graph kayo, nakita nyo intersecting, pero hindi niya na-satisfy itong both of the equation. That means may mali dun sa graph ninyo. Kaya, ito pong checking is very important. Kailangan nyo siyang i-check kasi even though nag-graph nyo na, hindi nyo pa rin naman po sigurado kung masasatisfy niya nga yung system of linear equation. So, that's for our example number 1. Let's have our example number 2. So, for this example, we have here 2x plus y is equals to 7 and negative x plus y is equals to 1. And we're going to solve this system by graphing. That is why we have to graph the first linear equation and also the second linear equation in one Cartesian plane only. So, for equation 1, as you can see, we have the constant positive 7 and it is not divisible by the numerical coefficient of x. That is why we cannot use the x and y intercept. For this equation 1, we have to use the slope and the y-intercept. For the slope, we have negative of a over b and our a is positive 2, b is positive 1. So, we're going to have negative 2 over 1. We are not going to divide this now because we need rise over run na ratio. So, kailangan natin yan. Then, for the y-intercept is equals to c all over b and that is 7 divided by 1 and that's positive 7. So, ito po yung ating unang ipaplat sa ating Cartesian plane. Positive 7 of y, so nandito siya. And then, positive 2 na rise, 2 units upward, 1, 2, and then 1 unit to the left kasi negative yung slope natin. And doon natin ipa-plot yung second point. Then we have to draw the straight line passing through these 2 points. And again, i-extend na po natin yung line na yon para po mas makita natin kung meron nga bang magiging point of intersection later on kapag na-plot na natin yung second equation. For the second equation, as you can see, 1 yung ating constant and ang atin naman pong numerical coefficients of x and y ay 1 and negative 1. So, divisible po si constant. Kaya, we're going to use the x and y intercept. To find the x-intercept, we let y is equals to 0. So, magkakaroon tayo ng negative x is equals to 1. Divide both sides by negative 1. Kaya po, nagkaroon tayo ng x is equals to negative 1. Then, for the y-intercept, we have to let x is equals to 0. So, we have 0 plus y is equals to 1. So, obviously, y is equals to 1. Ito po yung ating ipa-plot. Again, x-intercept is negative 1. So, doon tayo magpa-plot sa negative 1 ng x. And then, yung ating y is positive 1. So, magpa-plot tayo dun sa 1 ng ating y. Then, draw the straight line passing through these 2 points. At yung point of intersection nila will be the solution to this given system linear equation. So, this point is on the positive 2 and positive 3. So, ito po daw ang ating solution for the given system of the linear equation. Again, intersecting lines sila. So, consistent system and only one solution lang po ang meron. At nagigisa naman po talaga ang ating point of intersection. The last step is to check whether this ordered pair will satisfy both of the equation. So, isubstitute natin siya sa 2x plus y is equals to 7 and also sa negative x plus y is equals to 1. So, dito muna tayo sa first equation. Magkakaroon tayo ng 2 times 2 plus 3 is equals to 7. So, what is 2 times 2? That's 4. 4 plus 3 is 7. And 7 is equals to 7. So, positive 2 and positive 3 satisfies the first equation. How about the second equation? So, we're going to have negative of 2 plus 3, is it equal to 1? Magkakaroon tayo ng 3 minus 2 and obviously that's positive 1 and 1 is equals to 1. 2 and 3 satisfies the second equation. And that means we can conclude that positive 2 and positive 3 is the solution to the given system of linear equations. So, this is how we solve the system of linear equation by graphing, and the first 2 examples are both consistent systems. So, kaya meron lang tayong 1 solutions. How about on our third example? Okay, so we have here 3x plus y is equals to 4 and 3x plus y is equals to 10. Again, we have to graph both of these equation in one Cartesian plane to know if the resulting graph will be parallel, intersecting, or coinciding. So for equation number 1, tingnan natin ulit si constant, which is positive 4. And again, we have the numerical coefficient of x, which is positive 3. So that means we cannot divide 4 by 3. Kaya po, ang gagamitin ulit natin ay slope at y-intercept. So to get the slope, we have negative of a over b. A is positive 3 and our b is positive 1. So the slope is negative 3 over 1. Then for the y-intercept, we have c over b, or c, which is 4 divided by 1. That is positive 4. So yan po yung ating unang ipaplat. Positive 4 ng ating y-axis. So nandito po siya. Then 3 units upward. 1, 2, 3. Then 1 unit to the left kasi po negative yung slope natin. So doon tayo magpaplat ng ating second point. Then draw the straight line passing through these 2 points. Then for the second equation, same po siya ng first equation. Yung 10, hindi siya madidivide by 3. So slope and y-intercept po ulit tayo. Our slope is negative a over b. Our a is positive 3 and our b is positive 1. So again, the slope is negative 3 over 1. Then for the y-intercept, we have c over b, 10 divided by 1, and that's positive 10. Ang positive 10 po natin ay nandito sa ating pinakataas ng y-axis. And since I cannot extend my Cartesian plane here, I will use downward to the right na lang. Opposite po nung ating upward to the left is downward to the right. So yun po yung gagawin ko dito. We have 3 units downward and then 1 unit to the right para po maging negative pa rin yung slope. So dyan tayo magpa-plot ng ating second point. Draw the straight line, and as you can see, meron tayong parallel lines or inconsistent system. And kapag parallel lines or inconsistent system, we all know that there is no solution to this system of linear equation. Again, no solution because the lines are parallel and the system is inconsistent. So no solution for example number 3. So next po natin is example number 4. Here, x minus 2y is equals to negative 5 and 2x minus 4y is equals to negative 10. So, as you can see, itong negative 5 natin, hindi siya divisible by the numerical coefficient of y and also of x. Kaya, ang atin pong gagamitin na method in this graphing of system of linear equation is using 2 points. Bakit po 2 points? Kasi kahit mag x and y-intercept tayo at kahit mag slope and y-intercept tayo, may magiging decimal value po. And yun po yung iniiwasan natin when it comes to plotting points kasi mahirap estimate lang kung saan natin ipa-plot yung ating points, not unless you use a graphing calculator. But since kailangan natin is hands-on, na kayo mismo yung magpa-plot ng point, so mas maganda gumamit tayo nung magiging result ay exact point, okay? So that's why the method of graphing linear equation by 2 points yung gagamitin natin. So how are we going to use 2 points in graphing this system? So as you can see, for example number 1, x minus 2y is equals to negative 5. And we have to think of the value of x na kapag ini-add natin kay negative 5 can be divided by negative 2. So let's have x is equals to 1. If x is equals to 1, we need the additive inverse of positive 1 and that's negative 1. So kapag ini-add natin siya or i-combine natin siya kay negative 5, magkakaroon tayo ng negative 6. And negative 6 can be divided by negative 2 at ang magiging result niya is positive 3. That is why the first point will be on positive 1 and positive 3. Nandito siya sa first quadrant, 1 and 3. So, doon tayo magpa-plot ng ating first point. Then, for the second point of our first linear equation, let x is equals to 3. So, we have to substitute the value of x, which is 3. And then, additive inverse of positive 3, that's negative 3. Negative 5 minus 3, that's negative 8. And again, negative 8 can be divided by negative 2, and that's positive 4. So, for the second point of our first linear equation, meron tayong positive 3 and positive 4. Doon po tayo magpa-plot ng ating point. Positive 3 and positive 4. Now, meron na tayong dalawang point. Pwede na tayong mag-draw ng ating straight line passing through that 2 points. And this will be the graph of our first linear equation for this system. How about the second linear equation? Again, same method po. Mag-iisip tayo ng number na pwedeng ipalit kay x at kapag i-multiply siya kay 2 and then i-combine natin kay negative 10, kaya pa rin siyang i-divide by negative 4. So, let's try negative 1. 2 times negative 1 minus 4y is equals to negative 10. 2 times negative 1, that's negative 2. And the additive inverse of negative 2 is positive 2. So, negative 10 plus 2, pag pinag-combine natin, we have negative 8 kasi magkaiba sila ng sign. So, subtract the absolute values. Then, negative 8 divided by negative 4, that is positive 2. So, yun po yung ating magiging first ordered pair, negative 1 and negative 2. At nasaan po siya? Nasa quadrant 2. Negative 1 and positive 2. So, negative 1 and positive 2, dun tayo magpa-plot ng ating first point for this second linear equation. For the another point, we have let x is equals to 1. So, gawin daw natin siyang positive 1. 2 times positive 1 minus 4y is equals to 10. So, what is 2 times 1? That's positive 2. And the additive inverse of positive 2 is negative 2. So, ito na po siya. Negative 4y is equals to negative 10 minus 2. And negative 10 minus 2 is equal to negative 12. Then, divide both sides by negative 4. The result is positive 3. So, ito ngayon yung ating second point for the second linear equation, 1 and 3. So, 1 and positive 3. Doon tayo magpa-plot ng ating second point. Then, draw the straight line passing through that 2 points. And as you can see, isang line lang po ang ating dinaanan. Isang line lang po ang naging result ng ating dalawang linear equation. That means this system is dependent system. Meron siyang coinciding line. And dahil dependent system siya, meron tayong infinite number of solutions. Okay, so since the resulting graph shows coinciding lines, there are infinite solutions. And some of these solutions are these points na nandito na mismo sa ating line. And they are negative 1 and 2. So, ito po yun. Then, we also have 1 and 3. So, this one also. Another point from this line. So, we have this point, ayan, exact point na lang po yung kunin natin. That's 9 and 7. And another point is, so ito rin po, exact din po, negative 7 and negative 1. So, again, any points from this line will be the solution to this system of linear equation. And we can also try to check if this line is correct. We have to substitute these points on these equations. We have negative 1 and x minus 2y is equals to negative 5. That will be negative 1 minus 2 times the value of y, which is positive 2. Is it equal to negative 5? So, we are going to have negative 1 minus 4. Is it equal to negative 5? So, negative 1 and negative 4, if we combine these two, the result is negative 5. And obviously, it satisfies the first equation. On the second equation, ganun din yung gagawin natin. Substitute the value of x and y. We're going to have 2 times negative 1 minus 4 times positive 2. Is it equal to negative 10? 2 times negative 1, that's negative 2. And 4 times 2 is 8. So, we have minus 8. Negative 2 minus 8, if we apply KCC, magkakaroon tayo ng negative 2 plus negative 8, and that's negative 10. So, again, it satisfies the second equation, or both of the equations are satisfied by this ordered pair. So, we can also try positive 1 and positive 3. Substitute again. 1 minus 2 times 3 is equals to negative 5. So, magkakaroon tayo ng 1 minus 6 is equals to negative 5. So, 1 minus 6 is negative 5. And negative 5 is equals to negative 5. On the second equation, we have 2x minus 4y is equals to negative 10. Substitute the value of x, which is 1, and then y, which is 3. 2 times 1 is 2. 4 times 3 is 12. Then, 2 minus 12 is negative 10. Again, it satisfies the second equation, also the first equation. That is why 1 and 3 is one of the many or infinite solutions for this system of linear equation. We can also try 9 and 7. So, substitute 9 to our x variable and then 7 to our y variable. We have 9 minus 2 times 7, and 2 times 7 is 14. 9 minus 14 is negative 5, and it is equals to negative 5. On the second equation, we have 2 times 9 minus 4 times 7 is equals to negative 10. 2 times 9 is 18, 4 times 7 is 28, and then 18 minus 28, that's negative 10. Negative 10 is equals to negative 10. Then the last ordered pair that I have listed here as one of the infinite solutions for this system of linear equation is negative 7 and negative 1. So we can also try this one. Substitute that to our first equation. We have negative 7 minus 2 times negative 1, is it equal to negative 5? We're going to have negative 7, and then negative 2 times negative 1, that's positive 2. And then if we combine these two, we have negative 5, and that's equals to negative 5. On the second equation, ganun po ulit, substitute the value of x, which is negative 7, and y, which is negative 1. So, multiply natin. Negative 7 times 2 is negative 14, and then negative 4 times negative 1, that's positive 14. If we combine these two, the answer is negative 10 equals to negative 10. Again, this ordered pair satisfies our system of linear equations in two variables, and that means our graph is correct. Okay? So, from this graph, naghanap tayo ng exact points. Marami pa po yan na pwedeng makuha, and pwede po natin i-check just by substituting the coordinates to the variables x and y of both of the equation. So, that's for example number 4. Again, coinciding lines, dependent system has infinite solutions. Then, for the last example, we have here example number 5. We have here y is equals to x minus 3 and y is equals to negative 3x plus 1. So, obviously, these two equations are written in slope-intercept form. So, we can use the slope and the y-intercept to graph these two linear equations. So, for equation 1, again, the slope is the numerical coefficient of x. So, we have positive 1, and we can write that as 1 over 1 because we need the ratio of rise over run. Then, for the y-intercept, we have negative 3. And negative 3 is the first point that we have to plot. Nandito siya sa baba. And then, 1 over 1, that means 1 rise, 1 run. Ang run natin is to the right kasi po ay positive yung slope. So, dyan tayo magpa-plot ng ating second point. Dalawa na yung point natin. We can draw the straight line passing through these 2 points. Then, for the second equation, same method po ng ating equation 1. Numerical coefficient of x will be the slope, and that's negative 3. Again, we have to form the ratio of rise over run. Magkakaroon tayo ng negative 3 over 1. Then, for the y-intercept, we have positive 1. So, yun po yung una nating ipa-plot, positive 1. Then, since we have positive 3 na rise, so 3 units upward, 1, 2, 3. And then, 1 unit to the left kasi po negative yung slope natin. So, plot tayo ng point doon, then draw the straight line passing through the 2 points. Now, meron tayong intersecting lines at may point of intersection tayo, at yung point na yon ang magiging solution sa ating system of linear equation. So, we have here this point as point of intersection. The coordinates are positive 1 and negative 2. So, again, intersecting line siya, consistent system sila, and kapag consistent system, meron lang tayong one solution. And ito po yun, 1 and negative 2. So, we can check whether this ordered pair is the real solution to this system of linear equation by substituting the value of x and y coordinates to our x and y variables. So, for the first equation, y is equals to x minus 3, substitute the value of y, which is negative 2, and then the value of x, which is positive 1. If we combine 1 and then 3, 1 minus 3, that's negative 2. And again, the ordered pair 1 and negative 2 satisfies our first linear equation. Then for our second linear equation, y is equals to negative 3x plus 1. So, our y again is negative 2, x is positive 1, substitute. Then solve natin itong nasa right side. Negative 3 times 1 is negative 3 plus 1. So, pag pinag-combine natin yan, the answer is negative 2. So, that means the ordered pair 1 and negative 2 satisfies both of the equation within this system. And we can conclude that, therefore, 1 and negative 2 is the solution to the system of linear equations. Okay? So, this is our last example. I hope you learned something from this video. Huwag niyo pong kalimutang mag-like, mag-subscribe at mag-click ng notification bell button para ma-notify kayo once na makapag-upload ako ng another video. And again, meron pa tayong another set of videos about solving systems of linear equations. So, that's all for this video. Bye-bye!